a purpose so true. But when our minds, we honor you. With faith and courage, the journey began. Building a platform for every man. Through trials and growth, the light stayed strong. Turning every challenge into purpose so true. But when our minds, we honor you. With faith and courage, the journey began. Building a platform for every man. Through trials and growth, the light stayed strong. Turning every challenge into purpose so true. But when our minds, we honor you. With faith and courage, the journey began. Building a platform for every man. Through trials and growth, the light stayed strong. Turning every challenge into
So let me say good evening to our peace and loving people wherever you are joining us from. Welcome tonight to the Mars TV Education for Life show. Tonight we are here on Education for Life episode 2.3, and tonight is going to be a wonderful discussion. Tonight we are here to talk on the topic parents, teachers, and students building a shared discipline culture, and we are so excited. Last night we were here with another interesting topic where we went deeper with our guest, and tonight we are going to be happy or excited in seeing Mr. Momo Amazing, who is our guest for tonight, and with all of our panelists going to be joining us tonight. So we say stay tuned tonight as we share our insight on this particular topic: parents, teachers, and students building a shared discipline culture. Let's join the Myers TV tonight. Share as many as you can do for us. Invite people so they can be able to join us tonight as we go through this wonderful discussion. Let's take our commercial. Viewers, we say welcome. Welcome, welcome. Share as many as you can do for us. Welcome tonight. As we await our guests, let's take our commercial. Once we get back, we're going to start the ball rolling.
Yeah. Oh, my TV, light in the world. My TV, shine on the screen. Voices of hope, living the dream. From Africa's heart to the world will see. Truth and culture. My TV, my TV, bringing light each day. Stories that guide us, show the way. One love, one voice, one destiny. Welcome to the future, Maya's TV. A vision was born with a purpose so true. Buena Myers, we honor you. With faith and courage, the journey began. Building a platform for every man. Through trials and growth, the light stayed strong. Turning every challenge into a yeah. Oh, my TV, light in the world. My TV, shine on the screen. Voices of hope, living the dream. From Africa's heart to the world will see. Truth and culture. Maya TV, Maya TV, bringing light each day. Stories that guide us, show the way. One love, one voice, one destiny. Welcome to the future, Maya TV. A vision was born with a purpose so true. Buena Myers, we honor you. With faith and courage, the journey began. Building a platform for every man. Through trials and growth, the light stayed strong. Turning every challenge into a
Let me say welcome tonight again to all of our viewers, wherever you are watching us from. We say welcome, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Uh, Welcome to the Maris TV. Tonight we are here again for another edition of the Maris TV Education for Live show. This is the episode 2.3, and tonight we are here to talk about parents, teacher, and students building a shared responsibility, a shared discipline culture. And tonight we are going to be having our own senior brother with us as our guest tonight. Mr. Momo Mason is going to be here tonight in sharing his own idea when it comes to this particular topic. But while we are with our guest, let me welcome one of our panelists who just joined us. My dear brother and friend Philip. Good evening and welcome tonight. Are you there, Mr. Dodo? Uh, oh,
grows and grows. The light stays strong, turning every challenge into.
Okay, let me say good evening. Welcome tonight. Tonight is a very, very interesting topic wherever you are. We want you tonight to take your pen and paper, whatever means you can follow us tonight because tonight we are here to talk about a topic that is very, very essential to us, most especially when it comes to parents, that of the teachers, and then we talk about the students as well. We want to talk about sharing discipline. To every institution, discipline has been the core value, right? That every institution makes sure that their students need to have. And then out of the same thing with parents. Every parents want to make sure that their students are well disciplined. They want to bring all their children. They want to build that child with that kind of discipline. That once they get out there, they will know that yes, indeed, this child, you know, is from a particular family that really brought them up in a good way, and every institution the same. No institution will want to raise a children, that will not be able to represent them out there. Everybody want to raise their children to make sure that they are able, that once they reach out there, people will know the kind of institution they are from. So tonight we talk about parents, teachers, and students building a shared discipline and culture. Mostly these two things, the parents and the teacher are like, uh, uh, let's say they are on the both side, and the child plays in the middle, right? So the last time you remember we talked about identity of students and other things. Last night we were talking about identity and other things. So tonight, right? What are those shared discipline or culture, right, that the students, parents or teacher need to share together, right? And while I was doing some research, I tried to understand, right, when it comes to home, right, what happened at the home. The parents should always find that time with their children, spending some time with their children, sharing, giving them some experience, right, building them up, right. It should be something that will be consistent. We talk about like mutual respect, making the child to understand that, listen, uh in this life, you need to be somebody, right, that will always give people those respect, because the respect you give to people, they also give you the same respect back. Sharing that same experience. Let's take for example, let's go to the teacher side. The same thing there, right? Those discipline and other things, right? The teachers are people who also, you not just come to the class directly, just read on the topic, on a blackboard, what is, let's say, what is science, and then you just start to teach everything. Yeah, it's very good you teach those things, but one thing we should look at, right, you have to share some personal experience, right? You have to share some personal experience with the students, making them to feel comfortable, right? Because what happens when you come as a teacher like a bugume, you make the environment very careful for the students. That was the same as the parents, right? If you are the parents, you are not like opening to yourself to the children. What happens? They get so afraid and they lack a lot of things. But you having those constant communication or dialogue with them, what happens? It makes that child to be free. That even when they are in a situation where they have become harmed, they will be able to be free to tell you, right? Whether they have done the right thing in certain situation, they will be free to tell you these things. They'll be able to tell you, man, this is what have happened. Even though I make this mistake, I've done this thing, but this is it. You share that, you give them that way to express themselves, right? That's freedom of expression, right? That mutual interaction has been, is there. So what happened? The child will feel free that whenever they go through things, they will try to inform you as a parent. We will go more and more in the discussion tonight, but let me welcome my good friend and brother Philip. Good evening and welcome tonight.
Good evening, CEO, and good evening to our Liberian people and our other, followers from the diaspora. It's actually a beautiful evening and a great Saturday because Liberia is crazy now. Show Speed is
Yeah,
live in Liberia, streaming
of
live from
course.
Liberia, and he's hitting
Yeah.
every corner of the streets. I
Okay.
mean, I
Yeah,
see
yeah.
raw energy, I see kindness, I see love, and I mean, it's crazy out there, though. It's crazy. Yeah. I mean, is actually a good thing for Liberia, for our youth, and our country as well. Seeing a guy being the first to stream live from Liberia, I think I want to be corrected, right? He's the first streamer to stream live from Liberia, yeah, ever in the history of our country. Yeah, and his platform is having over 50 million of subscribers. So it actually opens up our country to the world, and it's a great thing. And kudos to him, and we're so proud of him, and also proud of our Liberians who making it real. And I mean, they are showing their pure authenticity, man. Yeah, so it's great. It's great. It's great. It's great out there. It's crazy out there, bro. So crazy. How I wish I was back home to be a part of this moment. It's actually magical, though.
Of course, that's why we talk about, our people back home, they are sharing that kind of love, showing, showing him all of our culture, those things that I was just seeing it, I think, couple of hours, I was watching it, but then I had to leave it and do some work and other things, these are things we are talking about, sharing that love. When people come, we welcome them and other things. But Philip, before we go, there is a thing that always drives to my mind. Liberians, we always do things over plus. There's a reality about it, right? This guy has come to share, to share fun with us, live screen out for our country, which of course is very good seeing, 50 millions people looking at Liberia is a very good thing. But then you look at our seeing Liberian people, the way they are behaving. I was watching the screen, like we have to create that kind of standard mindset, and we have to give the chance. We agree there's an exciting movement, but let our excitement not be in the destructive form, right? And I was like, what is happening? The guy went at the West Point end, where he was patrolling and other things. You see, people don't want to give chance, don't want to give chance. They are like they're fighting and other things, and it should not be that way. You understand? It's an exciting movement. Everybody is excited for that, but let's keep it, in a respectful way and other things. That's my own, view to Liberians. Yeah, we have to take that into consideration. Seriously, the same thing happened when we had Black Sherry
Yeah,
going
Myers,
to
you got a
Liberia.
point, Myers.
Yeah, the same thing happened when we had Black Sherry
Myers,
in Liberia.
you got a point, though. But I mean, the the energy is crazy out there, bro. Uncontrollable. And I mean, respect is being shown to everyone. You can literally see the energy there in actual speed and the young population of Liberia. So what do you expect, CEO? What do you expect? It's abundance out there,
See,
though. It's really, really
yeah,
abundant and crazy out there.
yeah, I agree with that, right? But let's try to do these things. Let's learn to have a protocol. You understand? Or let's learn to respect protocol. When security said this one to us, because that guy is from a country where a lot of people is looking up to him. It's a certain movement to having Liberia. Liberia is blessed. So why we cannot protect him? But I'm saying everybody's like pushing. It's not something I don't think is necessary. We did that the same thing when Black Sherry went. You know, everybody is like fighting this and that. I don't think it should be like that. You understand it? We should try to. So that's my point. Let's respect protocol. That's where I'm speaking from. Let's respect protocol and other things. It's an exciting movement, but let's respect protocol because it's very serious. If we don't do that.
Right, right, right. So all boils down to our topic for tonight: parents, teachers, student. Actually sharing an environment or a culture of discipline, which is very important and crucial to our growth as a nation, as a people, and as the universe. So it's actually crucial that we discuss about a shared responsibility when it comes to discipline, which is very cardinal to our development. Because people, discipline is I mean two ways. It's about communication and also about consistency. So what we communicate, we should be able to do follow up on that which has been communicated and see how best that is implemented to the core. So tonight's show is actually a great one. It's a great conversation, and we encourage our folks and our followers and other viewers to follow. but I know it's kind of crazy out there. We just kind of encourage you to follow us and participate in the conversation for tonight. So good evening to you, good morning, good afternoon, and a good day wherever you are. And thanks for always following the Myers Television conversation. And thank you for being a great support.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah.
so much, Philip. Tonight when I saw the discussion, I was so excited. But Philip, let me leave you in speech. I want to talk to our guests just a minute, and then I'll get back. Can you just continue? Let me get back to you shortly.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you. So again, to our followers, today is all about discipline, a shared culture that we have to respond to as people, as parent, guardians, as a community dwellers or a community leaders or school teacher or principal, whatever position you occupy, right? Or whoever you are to a child or to those children, it's actually our responsibility to communicate to them that which is necessary. Those core values, those routines, those habits, those attitudes that the word deemed necessary that a living being should possess. So it comes with consistency. Like I said, discipline is not so much about punishment. It's not a parent yelling at a child or giving a shout at a child or taking the cane, to give a child about five, six strokes of cane whenever he or she does wrong. It's far away from that, far beyond that, and far, far, far away from that. So it's all about consistency. If a child is being communicated to do a particular thing, practical example, you are being communicated to wake up early morning 5 a.m. to do some house chores. It's your responsibility as a child to wake up by that time to do that which has been assigned to you responsibly without complaints. And now, our parents, our school teacher, community dweller, or whoever that has assigned that task or routine to the child must do a follow up. This is what happening in the modern world now. This is what happening everywhere. A task is being assigned to you, a responsibility is being given you. People do follow up on which has been given unto you. You have to give an account. Every child or children have to give an account of what has been said to them. That which has been given to you to perform, you have to give an account. And how can you give an account? Is when those people who have assigned the responsibilities to you, our parents, the teacher, whoever they are, can do a follow up on what has been assigned to you by them. So it sometimes get children confused when our home, allows certain thing, and then the school forbids that which our family or our home has allowed. So two things: allowance and forbidden. Our homes allow certain things that a child, should be open to the use of telephone. And then after you have left your home and gone to school, once you enter the compound of the school is now telling you you are forbidden to use that telephone. Or the school, on the other hand, is saying you can use the phone, and the parents at home are saying you cannot. So it puts a child in a state of confusion. Even an adult, it puts you in a stage or a phase of confusion. Like, what am I to do? Where exactly am I to use this telephone? So whenever we are, giving a routine, whenever we are giving a rules, a guidance, whenever we are providing instructions to the kids, both the school and the home must be up in sync. It's all about synchronization. We all have to come to one agreement. We all have to tell or provide the consequences of a child using telephone during school lessons or teaching and learning time, and also parents giving the consequences to a child using telephone whenever you are being told to wash the dishes, sweep the yard, clean the bathroom, or put water in the bathroom barrels or so. So you come to say to them that, okay, why ain't your process of performing your daily routines or your house chores, you need not play with your device. You need not use your phone because you get distracted by what's coming in your telephone, by the video you see, the reels you see, the message you see. So you give your time to that which has been assigned to you. After that, you can attend to your phone. Similar thing to the classroom. The school is saying that you are not to use telephone or phone while teaching and learning, activity is ongoing. Why? If you use telephone, it's going to be a distraction. So as we give the rules and the guidance, there must be a constraint added to that. We must explain the rules and the consequences attached to those rules. And now the child will not be in that state of confusion. Like I said, the parent at home is allowing the child to use telephone to do particular thing while the school forbids that. So both the school and parents or home can come together to provide clarity. It's not about clarity, Myers. It's all about clarity. So they should provide clarity. They should provide the consequences rather than focusing on the punishment. Because traditionally, we all focus on the punishment instead of providing the clarity, instead of providing, the consequences. And we'd be like, oh, come here, you have gone against the rule. Come here, you have done this. Come here, you have done that. So our parents and teachers should agree on basic rules such as respect, punctuality, our child doing his or her homework, and the use of phone while you are doing those activities. So it's important that discipline works best when the rules are clear, the rules are explained, and they are applied the same way everywhere and anytime.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Philip. I really taking your point, and it's very serious. But nowadays we face our challenges or in our setting today, and then these challenges has to do with, you know, there are some parents that do not know, they kind of they don't read or try to understand the kind of institution they are sending their children to, right? They don't really understand that kind of they don't really read more about that institution or get more information about that institution. There where we see today conflicts between teachers and then that of parents today arises, right? Because sometimes the kind of behavior, right, or the kind of training that the parents is giving to their child, is quite different from what the school is providing for them, and which of course is cause serious damage, right? It cause serious damage within the child life, and which of course we have to take this very very serious. Like you are saying, we must know the kind of institution we are sending our child to, and the kind of discipline we are giving our child should be in line, right? Because one is offline, what happened to that child? Their minds, there's some level of complication there. Yeah, they do think that way. They are. I think the last conversation you had, right? I was saying to you, whenever the child at home, they have different behavior. When they at the school, they have different behavior. When they get at the street, they provide different behavior. It's so complicated. And today we've been finding it difficult to really. And last night, you remember we talked about the identity of an individual, right? Who really you are. So people will be confused, but who this child really,
Absolutely.
yeah, who this child is, right? Because every time you are the other place, you give different information to people. Every time you are the other place, you give different behavior. It has been serious, challenge that have been faced within our disposition. But we will come to that tonight. We want to welcome tonight. We are super excited to have our guest in studio with us, Mr. Momo Mason. We want to say welcome to the Mars TV, sir. We are super excited to have you tonight.
Yeah, thank you very much. To the team, thank you to the entire crew on Miles TV. It is a privilege. I'm honored to be with you guys tonight.
Thank you so much. Tonight, Mr.
Yes,
Mason
sir.
is
It's
sounding
great
so.
having you on tonight.
Yeah, tonight Mr. Mason is sounding so sharp
Thank
and
you.
other thing. We are getting him very clear, on this platform tonight. So before we go to our discussion, Mr. Mason, our people will want to know a little bit. We know I personally know Mr. Mason. He's not somebody like that will talk everything. But Mr. Mason, you have to tell us tonight who is Mr. Mason, because we've been talking about identity here. People would like to know Mr. Mason a little bit. Can you share yourself with us tonight on the platform? Our viewers are watching and they would like to hear who is Mr. Mason tonight.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. CEO. I'm Momo Glad Mason. I am a current principal of the Nathaniel Valley Massaquoi Kindergarten Elementary and Junior High School in West Point, the township of West Point, under a modified consolidated school system. Former vice principal of the Matilda Napo Junior High School. Former registrar of the Bozeman Junior High School. Former mathematics and physics instructor of the Marvel College Industrial Institute Industrial School on Clay Street. Former mathematics and physics instructor at the Richard M. Nixon High School. Former general science and mathematics instructor at the Liberia Central High School. And from PDA chair emeritus of the Moravia College of the College of West Africa on Ashburn Street, and a teacher advocate, former Assistant Secretary General of the MCSA Teacher Association, and Secretary General, former Secretary General of the MCSA Teacher Association. For now, let's just hold it at that because we are discussing education, and so I thought to go that route. And a stunt member of, and a stunt supporter and a founding member of the MCSS Parent Teacher Association, and the national, and a close collaborator of the National Parent Teacher Association of Liberia, member of the Liberia National Committee of the West African Examination Council, member of the Liberia and National Examination Committee of the West African Examination Council, Republic of Liberia. So let me just stop there for now, since of course we are discussing education. Let's confine it to that.
Thank you so much. You see, we did not make any mistake, Philip, by bringing Mr. Missing. I knew Mr. Missing from the academic background, and Mr. Missing is currently the representative of the Graphic Era University at the ALSI level. Mr. Missing is such a great person, I can assure you. Yeah, and we are excited, sir, to have you tonight sharing your experience with us. You been from the education backgrounds. There are a lot, though, Philip, you're not understand. There are a lot. Mr. Mason is also a professor. You don't want to say that here. You don't want to go higher. You are just naming those local ones. So thank you so much for being that great.
We are so proud of you, sir. We are so proud of you, Mr. Mason.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Someone who
Congratulations for all your achievements.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mason. So we want to take our commercial break just for less than 1 minute, and then once we get back, we're going to join Mr. Mason in this all important conversation tonight. Let's take our commercial, and then when we get back, you're going to hear from Mr. Mason regarding this topic. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to our viewers. Thank you for being part of the show tonight. We are going to join Mr. Mason strictly for this interesting conversation. Mr. Mason, you've been from the education, or you are from the education background. And tonight we want to talk about parents, teachers, and then that of students building a shared discipline culture. Today we are in a dispensation, or in a time where today we see that teachers now are no longer open, to students when it comes to their disciplinary aspect. And then that's the same thing of parents, right? It has been complicating things that has been happening. Sometimes, like my brother was saying, teachers are saying different things to the students, and the parents are also telling the student different things. When the student go out there, they put a different identity. People don't even know who they are, right? Like tonight, we know already who Mr. Mason is, right? So we want to hear tonight from you for this from this all interesting topic. Mr. Mason, what's your own takes? We want to give you the next 10 minutes to tell us your own takes when it comes to this topic tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Maya, and thank you, Brother Philip. Thank you to the rest of the team. As everyone said, it's a pleasure being with you guys. I'm honored. And as it relates to the topic, parents, teachers, students, share discipline, culture. When I started my introduction, I started by firstly calling a school located in the township of West Point. By virtue of the concept we have, every time when people mention West Point, you will know that it's a very complicated community, quote unquote, a complicated community where nothing good is expected to come from there. So I'm going to be speaking tonight
Right.
from experience. I'm going to be speaking tonight, giving you the way the 12 years of my principalship within the township of West Point at the Nathaniel Valley Massacre Kindergarten, Elementary, and Junior High School. The way those experiences are going to be the one I'm going to use tonight in these discussions as we speak about parents, teachers, students, and a shared discipline culture. As you may be aware that parents are our God-given individuals that bore us. They are the ones that brought to life. They are the one that gave life to us. They are the one that gave breath to us. So whenever it comes to parents, they are the first guardians. They are our first guardians. Though they play a very important role in every aspect of our lives. Every time someone wants to be successful, you must rely on your parents' experience. You must look at your parents as a model to go forward. Any attempt to miss track on what your parents are or who they really are, it may bring some deficiency while you are growing up. And as such, parents play a very, very important role. When it comes to teachers are considered to be our second parents. When we enter school, for instance, in West Point, we have a kindergarten school there. In the Marlborough considered school system, we have kindergarten schools. In Liberia, we have kindergarten schools. Here in India, we also have kindergarten schools. We have schools, nursery schools that tend to team the children, that tend to team us from our childhood to where we can understand ourselves and move forward with life. And so teachers play a very key role. The day is divided between teachers and parents, because when we leave from our homes, when the kids leave from home, when the pupils leave from home, when they go to school, the teacher take full responsibility, including the school. When I speak about teacher, I'm including the school administrators, because everyone that works in a school environment is considered to be a teacher, because we are a mirror to the kids that come to that very school. The students are the objective for which institutions are established, schools are established. Every school that is established is established in a community, and that community have our leaders, and those leaders have impact on the residents of that very community. Unfortunately for us, because of a long year of civil conflict within Liberia and everywhere that will happen, it led to breaking down the fabric of the education sector of our country. And as such, education tends to take a different trend. Instead of it being an academic institution, or instead of being academic institutions, in some places they are considered schools to be business. And these are tried to temper with the learning process of the kids and or building up the generation which we are bringing up. And so as it relates to the correlation between the three groups, you cannot run a school without parents. You cannot run a school without teachers' involvement. You cannot run a school without children. There should be a relationship between the three groups. There should be an involvement. If you want a shared discipline, if you want a complete discipline environment, a conducive environment for children to learn, whereby they will be achieving their goal in their academic sojourn, then means that the three groups must collaborate. They must work together closely. And as such, we try to work with others in our capacity as school administrators. We try to work with others at the Marvel Consolidated School System level to make sure that every school, because as you may be aware, MCSA is a model school system of Liberia. It is that school system that everyone should be looking at to build on as a school system. Sorry, I'm just using MCSS as a case. But by that, PTAs are formed in the various schools. In some places around the world, they are called PTSA, Parent Teacher Student Association. Not yet Parent Teacher Association. And so if you want for discipline to begin from the home, that means that the three groups must combine to form an institution. That institution is intended to be beneficial to the learners, and the learners are the students. And as such, PTAs are very important. School administrators cannot operate with all parents. Parents cannot operate with all teachers, and teachers cannot operate with all the parent involvement and all the school administrators involvement. What we did in our capacity as head of schools, we formed what we call school management teams to help so that everyone can form a part of the process of the discipline of our kids, so that we can start building up the culture of discipline within our kids and across the school system. We form a school management team. That school management team comprises of the school principal, the PTA chair, a community leader, and 2 students, male and female. Whenever there are discussions to be had at the school's level, that group comes together, the group of individuals meet and discuss and come up with a conclusion, and then the message is dispersed. The parents go to their PTA meeting monthly. They have monthly PTA meeting to discuss with their parents, and then the teachers go to have their own staff meetings, teachers meeting to discuss with their colleagues, giving them the information, telling them the important role that they have to play with the kids and for the kids. And then the students, the male student will go to the male students and discuss with them, and then the female student will also get in contact with her colleague so that they can discuss what is emanating from this institution. By that, you see a coordination and a collaboration between the three groups. And by that, every time you see something happen in the classroom, the teachers will be aware. The teachers will be afraid to go beyond bound because they have already had a meeting. The parents and the children will also involve their parents. And the parents will also be afraid to go beyond bound because they also have the TORs. And then the school administrators will also get involved. That will emanate from the classroom to the teacher, to the school administrator, then to the parents through the community leader. And that community leader will tend to engage the parent because he or she knows the community very well. I'm using Westport as a case study because it's a very complicated place. And that's how we managed to contain the 12 years of our principalship. That's how we managed to contain the students, the parents, and the teachers together, exhibiting a high level of and creating a high level of academic environment whereby students tend to achieve their aim and objective from the kindergarten level to the junior high and to the senior high level. That's what we did. And so I just thought to come up with that. Maybe another question, we can come up with that. Now to get out of to get out of. Teachers, the last time when Mr. Carway appeared on the show when I was monitoring, I think Brother Philip tried to mention about how teacher collect money, either Brother Philip or Brother Myers, teacher collect money and so forth. That statement was so harsh because I strongly believe, and in fact, it is a glaring fact. If you want a copy, I can search for the copy and send it to you guys later. And there is a code of conduct guarding all teachers and school administrators. Liberia is not just an open place. And that is why the Ministry of Education is doing all. The minister now is doing all she can so that she can coordinate every group through the execution of that code of conduct. And if that is done, then there will be a streamline when it comes to disciplining our kids, when it comes to instilling into them the kind of discipline that they need, so that they can be better and human being tomorrow. And so our guidance counselors are also assigned to the various schools. They are guidance counselors assigned to the various school guidance counselor and leaves from the school campuses and go to the community to join the parents to ascertain about their children or child behavior, so that they can come back with a feedback, and then school administrators can take appropriate action and take it to PTA meeting monthly to discuss. So for now, let me just stop there as I wait and as I
Thank you.
a discussion discussion point.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mason. Thank you for that, Mr. Mason. While you were presenting there, this question, there's a question that came to my mind, Mr. Mason. Sometimes you will see, there are teachers that really want to discipline the child, but sometimes looking at the reaction from the parents, maybe on series of occasions they have experienced some negative words or some negative reaction from the parents towards the teacher, right? Or towards the administrators or the entire school, for the same level of discipline. What similar, right? Or what kind of feelings, right, do the institution create for that particular parents towards their children? Because the child is from whom, where we talk about, the parents also play a key role when it comes to discipline the child, right? So at home now, maybe on the campus now, the teachers also, maybe there are some things that the students are doing that is not correct, and they want to try to put some level of discipline on this child. But each time, they try to do it, and then there are some negative, response from what comes to the minds of the administrators or the teachers when it comes to really chastising that child. What comes to their minds? You are muted. You are muted.
And so, thank you very much. To try to mitigate that, to try to solve that, I just mentioned that teachers are operating according to a code of conduct for teachers and school administrators. That's one. Two, through the parent teacher student association, regular meetings are held, and then discussions are held concerning their case. If the parents are fully involved into the disciplining of their case and or fully involved into the activities of the school, there will be no fear, because the teacher will be aware that whatever decisions he or she takes in the classroom, that child's parent will be aware of what is unfolding. Because you don't run school in isolation. You run school as a team. You run school as a unit. And so when you mention parents and teachers, when you mention the fear of teacher will be operating according to their code. In the same vein, considering discussions and the coordination between them and the parents, there will be no fear. Fear will try to diminish gradually as things unfold, because teachers and parents will be working together so that they can achieve a common goal. And that goal can be achieved by total coordination and the involvement of the three groups. Now you are not leaving anybody out. So if a child should do wrong, the teacher will be clear to follow the written guidelines that have been written concerning the disciplinary actions of the case and execute them, and the parents will be aware to support that. So there will be no bad feeling.
Thank
Just
you,
before
Mr.
you go
Mason.
any further, Myers, before you go any further, Myers, can I come in?
Okay, one.
Yeah, I would
one
like
minute.
to speak. Yeah, I would like to speak to the check-ins and the PTA meeting as well as the code of conduct Mr. Mason just talked about. Just before that, I would like to make this clarity that neither Myers nor I did talk about teacher receiving money or bribe. No, I don't
Okay.
remember us having such conversation. Yeah, I don't
Okay.
remember us having
Okay.
such
Thank you
conversation,
very
sir.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you for the correction.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, sir. So,
Thank
I like the way you put it. I like the way you put it, right? The teacher code of conduct and the check-ins, that is the regular check-ins and the PDA meetings being held because I'm also from the education background, right?
Okay.
So here is it. My point here is, has the MOE or the MCSS given or provided those teacher code of conduct or other handbooks to the parents that should actually put them on the right path? Like I said from my intro, parents are saying different thing while the school are saying different thing. That is to say, the parents set their own rules, give their own guidance or guidelines, and the child leaves home and go to the school. And you flip the coin, the school has a different guidelines or rules. What happens? The child comes into confusion. My parents are saying this, and the schools or the school is saying this. So the person comes into confusion, and the person or the child cannot, get any clarity to form his own identity. So my concern here is that, has the MCSS or MOE or any other private institution provided parents, teachers with the handbook or teacher code of conduct? And if they have done so, how consistent they are in following up with the parents and the children? Because you provide is one thing, and doing a follow-up is another thing. Like we've been saying, week long, about discipline is about consistency, not punishment. Like right? So
Mhm.
are the teachers or the school administrators having a very honest and open conversations with the student to prevent issues early? Are they doing so?
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yet I can definitely say yes in a clear tone with confidence because at MCSS, as a case study, MCSS provided a code of conduct with all her staff. All. Every school principal and administrators have a copy of that code of conduct right on their desks. MOE started doing that, but as government go, as minister go, minister come. But as far as we are concerned, those books were distributed to every school principal. So when it comes to the code of conduct, yes, they were distributed for the rest of the teachers in the various schools, except where people just refuse to read them because that may be a default on the individuals that we have. Now, when it comes to the handbook, you cannot run an institution without handbook. Every child within a school must receive a handbook before entering the school. And that has been executed. When it comes to MCS, I can definitely say yes. Because we are there. We are there. We know what is unfolding there. So yes to MCSS, and for other schools and for other private schools, yes to CWA. Because I served as a PTA chair of CWA not too long. I'm just the past president. And so, yes, CWA distributed and the PTA handbook to each of the parents. Now, are we doing follow-up?
So
Yes, people are doing follow-up because guidance counselors are assigned to the various schools to continue to explain to the students. They have their periods in the various classroom where they will go there and then explain the handbook to the kids to avoid causing problem on the campuses. So I know that in some cases that may not be the case. Let me just give that disclaimer quick. But I know the majority that is on that is happening. The handbooks are distributed, and it should be a policy within Liberia so that we can boost up our education system. That before you enter the school, you receive a handbook. Your parents, if your parent can read, the guidance counselor should help you to understand it. Yes, go ahead, Bro Philip.
So I think that's being centralized but not decentralized, because you just confidently spoke out that yes, it's being implemented. Code of conducts plus the student handbooks have been provided to parents and teachers and students, and they are being followed up from the MCSS side. So what is the MOE at the level of MOE? What are they doing to decentralize this thing?
I'm using MCSL because MCSL, if you check the education law of Liberia, MCSL is a model school system for every country school system. What happens in
Absolutely.
MCSS? What happens in MCSS must happen in the Banga in Bon County school system, Bomi County school system, Lower County school system, Nima County school system, because MCSS is the one everyone is looking up to, and so I didn't just play a role at MCSS level. I serve as vice president for operation of the National Association of Liberia School Principals. So I'm speaking with confidence.
Okay.
I'm telling you
Okay.
that those are things that are unfolding. In fact, even up to the YX level, Honorable Boto tried to involve parents before the test. He will discuss with the principal association, teacher association, and the parents teacher association, so as to create a collaboration to reduce cheating, to reduce all of malpractices do the test.
That's great.
So YX is also working on that. So it is just across the board. We know that there may be some skirmishes around, but confidently, as a member of the National Association of Liberia School Principal, also, I know that those things unfolded because we went from school to school, most of the schools, to make a follow up. Though we did not reach to all the schools, but we made follow up, making sure that teachers and the school administrators distribute handbooks to to students and or to parents before school open. And the National PTA Association, headed by Mr. Mason Sauler, also executed that to the fullest.
Thank you so much.
Thank
I
you.
know
Thank
tonight our parents, teachers, and then the other students are watching, and we are listening to someone who have a lot of experiences when it comes to the school system in Liberia. We have with us tonight Mr. Momo Mason, who is our guest tonight on the show. So, Mr. Mason, there's a question I want to ask you, Mr. Mason, tonight. The question says, how can students be active partners in maintaining discipline rather than passive, recipient of punishment? How, Mr. Mason?
Okay. While giving my opening statement, I did mention that there is a system that came into place of forming a school management team. Now, when it comes to a school management team, as I mentioned earlier on, there are two students that are to form part of that team: the principal, the PTA chair, the community leader, because the school is owned by the community, and then a female student and a male student. So it means that there are 5 persons to form part of that team. And in some cases, there's a parent-teacher student association, though we call it PTA, but it's called parent-teacher student association in some cases. In those cases, students are involved with decisions, and those decisions are given further to their colleagues. And by that, the students are playing active. They are playing an active role, not a passive role, because they know the decisions that will emanate from administration to go to them. And so by that, they will tend to advise their friends, they will tend to follow the guidelines, they will tend to follow the rules as it is, as they go through their learning processes. They will be very careful because their friends went to principal meeting, their friends went to the management meeting, and they were told, and the information was being distributed, the information was being given to them across the board, that they should be very careful. If we do this will happen. And that we should read a handbook. If we do this will happen. The guidance counselor is also getting engaged with the students, informing them about their rights, and also telling them what to do and what not to do, explaining the handbook across the board. And so by that, we know that the student will not be passive. Gone are the days that students just sit and any teacher can do anything to them. Gone are the days that school administrators just walk with writing and just start beating people, children. No. The students are involved into that discipline, into the discipline of the school, and they form that student leadership. They have that student leadership that we always talk with them. Every class has a president. Every class has a leadership, and that leadership will tend to propagate the message from administration, from teacher, from the VP for student affairs, or the dean for student affairs, from the guidance counselor to the rest of the students. So they are not passive.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Mason, for that. Mr. Mason, you know that in Liberia there has been a series of institutions that operate without government concern. You know that are not registered. You know, on a serious note, we've been seeing it for some time. Even though they are being fight behind these people, right? Regarding this issue of not being registered, because one of institution is not registered under the government, meaning they don't have any any permit to operate and other things. So everything they does was that they does is in their own in their own forms and manner, and there has been serious challenges within our academic sectors today, right? So what fears do these institutions give to to the public relating to discipline a child, looking at institution that is not well recognized by the government, have no paper to show, nothing to show, but yet still they are trying to discipline. What kind of fears they give to the public as well?
Thank you, Mr. CEO. Now, the Ministry of Education is more proactive now in Liberia than past time. If you observe now, to see a school that will not be having a permit to be running, be very difficult, because the educational workers, the monitoring team are always monitoring schools. So if you say you want to open a school, that means you must put that school in your room and make sure that the DO will not be aware, because people are monitoring those every institution called school. I told you, I said at a certain point in time, and education and schools became business, and so the education ministry is trying to transform those kind of thoughts and make an academic institution to be an academic institution, to create a smooth and conducive learning environment for the many kids that will be enrolled in out of various schools. So they are being monitored. So monitoring is ongoing. They are being keenly looked at. People are being monitored, and people are moving around. Everywhere there is a school, that school must receive a permit, and or it will be closed down. Gone are the days that people just do anything in Liberia. I think there is a system. The Minister of Education is and her team. They are on their heels. They are on their feet. They are moving around, making sure that Liberia get on course. So by that, it will be mitigated. Though there will be some skirmishes around the place, but on the overall, there are solutions that will be formed, or that have been formed.
Thank you so much for that.
Miles, can I just come in?
Okay. I want to get to you. But before we forget about this particular question, Philip, let me hold you just for a second. Mr. Mason, let me just ask Mr. Mason, then we'll get to you. Yeah, Mr. Mason, what methods can we put in place in order to help protect the integrities of administrators, teachers, and that of having that bad record out there to the public? What methods or what mechanism can we put in place right now that is lacking when it comes to our academic sector?
Okay. Firstly, thank you very much. Firstly, place the right people to the right places. That's one. Secondly, let the monitoring, let the supervision of the schools, let the supervision be very taxing. There should be a strong supervision team. The supervision division of the Ministry of Education and MCS and any other education school system, like for instance, the Methodist school system, the SDA school system, the Muslim Congress school system, and the rest of the school systems. The monitoring team need to be strengthened up so that we can get the results. By that, you'll be getting the results. If you are aware that today, by surprise, someone will visit your office, you dare not do the wrong thing, because when you are caught, you'll be dismissed. So the right people placed in the right offices, and there'll be serious monitoring and supervision ongoing regularly. That may curtail some other attitudes from school administrators. to streamline them and to produce the required results.
Thank you so much. That that's a certain point you just point out is amazing. In our time today, you will see that we have watched Sarah Stan, right? You will see that once the DEO or whoever is coming to the school to visit, they have already informed the institution, and what happened? They have already prepared themselves, making sure that everything is in tight. And once you come, you are seeing everything is in tight for that moment. Once you return, everything go back to their normal stage, right? These are problems we face today in our country, and like you said, because the rightful people are not being placed to the rightful place, and some of these things again have to do with the personal let's say the self-interest issue have been a serious problem for us. You understand it? There's my niece school, there's whatever school, this and that. It's the kind of connection we build with people, so we forget about those regulations or those rules that should be implemented, those squared rules that should be implemented because of those solidarity thing in business. We don't want to implement these things, and today it has become serious problem for our education system. But we hope that tonight, as you are here to educate us, our people who are watching, our viewers, we encourage you. Let's spread the message as many as we can do. Some of us who know somebody DEO, some of the principles, let's tag them tonight so they can be able to hear this message and be able to practicalize it within the institution or the district at large. So, Philip, let's hear from you. I know you wanted to say something.
Yes, Myers, thank you. You were being very logical when you talk about the art service. So once the DO, the CEO, the superintendent, make his announcement of visiting a particular institution, then what happens? They all, kind of check in, Mr. Mason. You know that. We know that. We all know that. So
Yes, I know.
by the time, yeah, by the time the minister or whoever pays his or her visit there, everything seems to be good. Seems to be all right. And once the person had gone away from the campus or the compound, now they all get back to those things that are not necessary to do, which they pretend they are doing. And I believe that has been happening traditionally. That is to say, the monitoring aspect you talk about, the management team you talk about, is been working, but traditionally, they are working. Yes, the code of conduct, the rules, regulations, they are all written, but being implemented traditionally. And I know that we know that when discipline is being instituted, the country have a better leader, worker, and citizen. So what say you about this technology thing we have, the likes of smartphones, social medias, and do you think technology can actually support this discipline thing we are talking about, or do you think it just can't support the teachers, the parents, kind of instilling within the children discipline? What's your position on that?
Okay. Thank you, Brother Philip. Everything has a negative and a positive. Everything has a positive and negative aspect. And so technology is very good. It's one of the tools that that students use for academic purposes, for learning purpose. But in the same vein, we as school administrators, that's the reason why the rules must be written and the rules must be executed to the folders, through the deans of it, to the guidance counselor, through the parents, through and the teachers. Because if there is a breach, if there is a gap in between there, you will find out that everything will just go helter skelter. People will carry cell phone in the classroom, and while teachers are teaching, and they'll be on Facebook and so forth. But when you have the rules, I am telling you from experience that as a school administrator, you can go West Point and ask. In fact, tonight, if you get anybody in West Point, take your phone and ask about Mr. Mason, about MV Massacre, and call my name behind it. You will hear the news.
There are procedures, there are things. If you are working with the parents, the teachers, and the students, and you make your position clear. That's why I said when Mr. Meyer I said the rightful people in the rightful positions. If you have the rightful people in the rightful position who are not there because somebody placed them there, who are not there because of some kind of reasons, but they are there because they have passion for the area. You are working because that is your area and you have a passion to work as a school administrator, as a teacher. You try to do the best you can. By the matter of fact, there are decent people who are school administrators who, when they speak, what they say, when they say yes, their yes mean yes, their no mean no. Now, if you want to instill discipline in students, note that the students are watching you. You are a mirror. School administrators and teachers are mirror to the students. They are looking at us. If we are flip-flopping with our decisions, it's going to give them corridor to do anything. They're going to carry cell phone in the classroom. They're going to do anything. They're going to be on Facebook while you are teaching. But if you are straight up to the rules, announce the rules are written, announce and execute them to the fullest. Inform the parents in regular PTA meetings. In a monthly PTA meeting, like what we normally have.
Mr. Mason, you just said something. You just said something before going further. Execute them to the fullest. I repeat, execute them to the fullest. Great. That's the goal. That's the aim. But traditionally, do you think those rules have been executed to the fullest in the absence of technology? That's the question now. Do you think so?
Yes, I'm saying yes because not everything is perfect. I know that Liberia is emerging gradually, and gradually will get there as a nation. I know there are schools
so what's
in Liberia.
So
I'm coming.
So what is your position?
I will give you my position. There are schools in Liberia that are executing and the rules that are executing them to the 40 years, including I just told you take a cell phone and call West Point and ask. Don't even call the school campus. Just call a parent, ask them, are you a parent, or call the commissioner of and ask for Mr. Mason and ask. You know what you do has a consequence, and the consequence affect everyone else around you. So as school administrator, you must be very careful. What we do, we are mirror to the kids. We are married to the thousands of people that we are administering control over, including the teachers. When we start to lie to the teacher, flip-flopping over the teacher will not respect the administrators. Then the school and system will try to the system in the school will try to break down. But you must be who you are as a school administrator. So my position is technology is good, but it must be systematically done when it comes to the school environment. You can't be taking tests and carry cell phone. No, absolutely no. Absolutely not. You can't be in the classroom and holding cell phone in your hand. No. That cell phone, we'll collect those cell phones and give it to the dean or student or the guardian counselor after school, give it to you. When your phone ring, the guardian counselor will respond to that phone and say the child is class. After that, because parents too will try to cause trouble. We know that cell phones are used for children protection too. We can't kick them off the campus. So technology is good in so many ways, but it's also hazardous in so many ways. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mason. Tonight, Mr. Mason is strictly on point, and we must say we really, we are enjoying the conversation tonight. Mr. Mason, before we, to all of our people who are watching tonight, you can place in your call to be part of the show tonight. You can place in your call +231 881 30 23 64 on WhatsApp. You can place in your call to be part of the show tonight. So while we are waiting tonight, Mr. Mason, let me ask you this question tonight, Mr. Mason. What can we do through our disciplinary aspect, that of the parents and teacher? Because we know today, every year we send, a lot of students for national examination, right? Every year we have students going for national examination. What strategies can we use, or what methods can we use through our disciplinary aspect to make sure that our students are being successful, Lord have been successful when it comes to the national examination?
Thank you very much. I just told you that The West African Examination Council Central Office in Monrovia, headed by Mr. Dale Boto, has been doing extremely well over the years by getting every stakeholder involved. Before the test is administered, the parent, the national PTA is consulted. It is why we meet them. They will have discussions to encourage their parents to encourage so that their parents can encourage their kids that are going for the exams to be the better person at the exams. And so the principal, the National Association of Liberia School principal, also been consulted. In fact, as a matter of fact, representatives of the National Association of Liberia School principal is OYA examination committee, a position that I had for 2 years also. So that the head of LACOSA, the head of LACOSA is currently there. He's the president of a National Association of Liberia School principal. He's also there, Mr. Wei, that Benjamin Wei. He's also on YA Council representing the principal association. So by that, he will take the message home. The parents will also take the message home to their parents. And so through that, you try to see a trend of discipline being spread, or you see a culture whereby the test will be given on a very good and smooth atmosphere. In the case we now have to say we are going to camp before we pass, we are going to carry pieces of paper in the hall before we pass, or we are going to misbehave during the test and so forth, because they have been given a prior notice to their parents, to the PTA, to the principal association, leadership, and to the rest of the principal, guiding them as per what is unfolding. And let me just inform you, those that administer those that serve as vigilator for the national exam are from the various institutions. They are selected from the various institutions. They are also given the rules, and the rules are taken back to them, to their various schools. And those persons speak with the group of students and or their school administrators to inform their students to behave. And by that, you will see the attitude of students teaching. If you observe, and the Y result has tried to improve. First, if you pass 1 or 2 subjects, it was a name. If you pass 5 subjects, it was a name. But right now, students are putting for 7, 8, and 9 subjects because they are well prepared and they are getting to be composed to kind of information. So, one was a thank to the West African Examination Council for the work they have been doing. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Mr. Matthew. We appreciate your presentation tonight. Before we go to the last segment, where we will have to take the party statement from our guests and then none of our panelists, let's take our short break. Once we get back, we're going to get to him to get the party statement before we can call it a day.
Yes, somewhere else. Someone can tell me. Stories that guide us, show the way. One love, one voice, one destiny. Welcome to the future, Myers TV. A vision was born with a purpose so true. But when I'm Myers, we are new. With faith and courage, the journey began. A platform for every man. Through trials and growth, the light stays strong, turning every challenge into
All right, we want to say welcome back tonight to the Myers TV. We are super excited in having Mr. Mason with us. Mr. Mason have done extremely well tonight. Mr. Mason would like to go straightly to your parting statement. Our people would like to hear what do you have for us tonight when it comes to your parting statement on this all important topic: parents, teacher, and student building a shared discipline culture. Can you tell us tonight in few words your parting statement on the Myers TV?
Okay, so thank you very much. the team, Mr. Myers and Brother Patrick and the rest of the team. Let me just say thank you very much. And I think we need to come back to this show to make sure we continue this trend. The topic is very important, and we need to sink it down to the rest of the educators and who be educators. And we cannot, in all that we do as educators, let us not forget that the coordination, there should be a relationship between parents, teachers, students, community leaders, and the rest of the residents within the various communities. We need to do all we can. Liberia need us, need our coordination. Liberia need our cooperation. Liberia need our cooperation. Liberia need our involvement when it comes to creating the kind of results in the education sector of our country. And we just want to say thank you for the day. It was a good time being on the show. I highly appreciate it. And every time you need me, we'll be willing to be back here. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mason. Philip, let's hear from you tonight before we call it a day. Philip, let's hear, what do you have to say in your own parting statement tonight?
Thank you, CEO, and I would like to extend my thanks to Mr. Momo Macy. I mean, the message he just preached out is relatable, and it resonates deeply, in our hearts as people, as educators, as students, and parents as well. So, thank you so much, sir. We do appreciate your experience you brought to the discussion. Yeah, it was highly practical. Thank you for sharing that practical wisdom with us. So straight up, I would like to, make this my signature closure, right? Like communication between home and school is actually an important thing. It's crucial. It's very crucial. Is that communication only on papers, but communication being followed up by words and actions? Not communication being on papers or document or through electronic devices, but communication being followed up by words and deeds, by consequences. Once these three things, correlate and kind of make the student to know this is why this thing is being done or is being said or is being instructed to do, then the child has a clarity to go about. And they know the consequences, they know the advantage, and they know the disadvantage. So discipline is going to fail when our parents only hear from teachers or school authorities during PTA meetings when there are problems. Like when there is a problem today in the class, you have two children or two students fighting, and then you find the dean of student affairs or the guardian counselor or the principal sending a communication to the parent. Oh, your child fought today, your child abused in class, your child stole in class, XYZ. When the parents only hear complaint or receive a communication or conversation from the teacher or school administrator, when problem comes, it's become bad for the society. It's actually a weak system. It's not being structured enough. So to have a well-structured, system of discipline or culture of discipline between our parents and the school, there must be a regular communication sent on the progress of the child and also the weakness of the child, so both parties can see how best to address the issue. It's not only about attending regular, PDA meeting to go and receive the report cards, the grade sheet. No, it's far way better, far way much than that. Because come to think of it, when the children are disciplined, when they have been instilled, some core values like honesty, responsibility, time management, punctuality, self-respect, self-control. When these things have been taught onto them, what happened? The society become to have, a good leaders, good citizen, and a very honest workers. So it's very important that our discipline in this 21st century, the method in which we use to discipline the kids, be improved. It's good that our parents and teachers, can act as one team for the betterment of the society. because we don't want to have a society that is very messed up. We're not looking forward to a society that is dumb. We're not looking forward to a society that is full of chaos. We're not looking forward to a society full of insane people. We're looking forward to a society which have people of core values, of moral values, people who follow rules and regulations and guidance. So it's very important. So discipline is not about you again punishing, but it's about us actually correcting in love, actually providing consequences to the children. It's not about, the school administrators or principals or teachers and our parents providing a clear guidance to the child into responding to their responsibility responsibly. So I would like to stop here and thank you for the time.
Thank you so much, Philip. Thank you to Mr. Mason. Thanks to all of our viewers for following us tonight. We are so excited to have you with us. Before we leave, I want to say, parents, teachers, that are students, let's build that friendship. But let's understand, students, we are on a different level when it comes to our parents, when it comes to our teacher. While they are also fighting for us, let's also fight for ourselves, because everything that they do for us today is for our own future. They are there to protect us because they want us to go with that positive identity in the society. They want for society to recognize us, and the only way you can be recognizing society unless you are being disciplined in a positive way. No matter how, sometimes it's very difficult to take certain decisions or certain things, but no matter how, we are here to say, let's take it. Some of us you see here today, it was through the season we passed before we arrived to where we are today. So the only way you arrive to where you want to see yourself, where you are dreaming to see yourself, unless you pass through the level of discipline, both from your parents and then that of your teachers. Let's respect our teachers. Let's give them those respect they need. Those things that they are telling us, do not take it lightly. Right? There are a lot of us today, we are taking things very lightly when our guardians, whoever our parents, teachers say it to us. We don't take them important. We take it lightly. At the end of the day, tomorrow we are regretting why I did not listen to those statements I was given to me, why I never implement it. And it has been harming some of us today in our future time. And we hope that as we have listened to Mr. Mason today, that Philip, and we have heard everything, we hope that we can live with it. And we are going to bring Mr. Mason back here. Anytime soon, you are going to see Mr. Mason again, appearing to teach us that we, the younger one, will be able to get insight when it comes to how to lead, when it comes to our discipline life. So I want to thank you so much, Mr. Mason. Thank you for always coming to our call, and we hope to have you some days again. Do have yourself a wonderful night, and thanks to all of our followers.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It was great having you on.
Yeah, thank you, Philip.
Oh, my TV.
Bye, see you.